boys.
Welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of the Extra Point. Pill Culture in the house. First Lady of Sports, Tasha T. Sizzle in the house. And that was a bad bird. Birdman, Michigan Michael Hasso in the house. Mike, what jersey are you rocking today, sir?
That Trey Burke,
Who will get his number retired this year
His
at the
birthday was the other day, too.
of Michigan. So what happened?
His birthday was the other day, too, and it was all ball. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's talk about that Louisville, about that.
Oh, yeah. Don't trigger me. I've never been back to Pluckers because we watched that game in Pluckers, and I blame them nasty-ass chicken tenders on Michigan losing because that was a horrible call. And Spike Albrecht was cooking in the first half when Trey Burke got into foul trouble because of that bad call. But we're going to keep things moving. Speaking of Michigan, y'all, Michigan football is back today, and so are we. But today, Mike, we're going to start in your favorite neck of the woods, the Southeastern Conference. We have a huge matchup tonight between the hedges when two top 10 teams battle with playoff implications. University of Texas, University of Georgia in a rematch of last year's SEC championship game where Georgia squeaked out with an overtime win. All right, let's start here, Mike and Tasha. I think to start the season, we all agreed there was kind of like a baseline CFP principle I think that we all agreed on, that 3 losses and you're out of here. Like, we ain't trying to hear nothing about no 3-loss team. But I've been seeing a groundswell of support for the University of Texas, mainly by the national pundits, mostly, that are making a case for Texas to be the first 3-loss team to make the tournament. Tasha, you're shaking your head. You're up first in the batter's box. Do you agree that a 3-loss Texas should earn a spot in this year's playoff?
No, I don't. Look, the way things are going, the way these teams out here winning and losing, primarily losing, you're going to have a lot of 2-loss teams in there. Ain't no way in hell nobody with 3 losses should be in there. And we all know why. It's because of the name. And everybody was like, oh, y'all was pulling the plug too fast on Archie. Archie still ain't looking good to me. He ain't out here tearing up no numbers. And again, it ain't his fault. It's not his fault that he was born a Manning. It's not his fault that he is the media darling, and that everybody was pushing him in the front saying, oh, he going to be a Heisman Trophy winner, candidate, whatever. He hadn't done anything. He had more commercials than completions that he had in that game against the Buckeyes. Ain't no way in hell no 3-loss team should be in it.
Mike, you up next. Do you agree with Tasha T. Sizzle?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what's the point of the playoffs? You expanded the playoffs because you wanted to get more of these 1-loss, 2-loss teams that aren't in a Power 2 conference in here to compete, to show what you got. I mean, this is a prime example. A 3-loss, come on, man. Like, that's the same thing. They're doing the same thing with Notre Dame. Like, if Notre Dame loses a 3rd time, like, they're right on the cusp. And I don't like it at all. No. Okay, get on and get.
Right, go and get. So, but if they finish with 3 losses, that means that they either went to the hedges and beat Georgia, or they knocked off Texas A&M, who's a top 5 team. That still doesn't sway you, given the fact that there's a lot of 2-loss teams.
No.
Okay.
No, Nick.
Because again, they pull out these rankings, whatever algorithm they use, and I think it's bullshit. They just putting who they want to be in certain places.
Well, won't Michigan keep going?
If you just rank these teams, a 3-loss team wouldn't even be in the top 12.
No.
And look where they strategically placed Miami, because they're leading the ACC. They got 2 losses. They still got an opportunity to lose again. Y'all gonna put Miami in there too?
Miami's not gonna get any benefit of the doubt. Like, they're behind the team that they beat. Just to Mike's point about Notre Dame and to your point about name. Yes, that is true. Good morning, Nisi Poo. Yes, we were. Not only are we on time, y'all. They were waiting in the green room for your boy. That did my heart good. They, like, as soon as I sent the link, boop boop, they just popped up in the green room. That was a good look. Shouts out to Jody Coleman. What's good, Jody? Jody, I can't remember the last time we watched the
Jody.
show. Don't give him no kitty cat references. It's too early for that. Get that cat out of here. Love you, cat, but don't give Jody no ammunition. You know he.
I'm going to ask you the same thing though. On the equal brand, Michigan, they lose to Northwestern, but they beat Ohio State. Would you put them in?
Yes, I would.
3 losses.
Yes, I would.
No.
Would the committee put them in?
No, but you asked me what would I do, Mike?
It's the committee at the end of the day, right?
Right. Well, Mike, they right down the street. We can gas up the pacer. we can go down there, talk to Heather Dinich. Okay, so all right, because we can get lost in the C. Mike, I'm coming to you. We're gonna just let that sit, and I'm not even gonna comment. Mike, the Lord sent you to this day show to restore order to the extra point, okay? Jody,
y'all keep that on the after night show. Go ahead and lock
Jody,
in.
don't you start that shit today.
Hit the notification for T Sizzles after night.
Right,
after
right.
work.
Do that on Instagram Live when you was doing.
Ain't nothing wrong with touching a soft kitty cat,
bruh.
Mike, who needs this win more? Arch or Sark?
Oh, either. No, I think the coach does for sure. Because, like to Tasha's point, he needs development. It's obvious that he needs more development. Like,
Mike, I'm not going to do this today on Al Gore's internet. You've been telling me for 2 years that this is the year of Arch. How much more development? The man is almost old as Diego.
Nah. He just needs more gameplay.
That's a bit extreme.
Diego drawing Social Security.
Right, that's a bit extreme. That's a bit extreme.
I thought he was my age, to be honest. I was like, man, he kind of looked like my cousin.
Oh, that's an aside, y'all. Would y'all have a problem with letting the world know that your friend is smashing your moms?
Yes.
Who friend smashing a mama?
Tasha?
That's the dude.
No, Mike, this is y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to listen up. This is the first time that me and Mike had some type of non-sports scoop that Tasha does not have. Diego probably made a deal with somebody, some content creator, that his mom can get a date with this guy if they beat somebody early in the year. They won the game, and Diego and that guy and the mom showed up on Unc and Ocho's stream. He smashed. Gloria James.
Date and what you did. Moving right, as Mike would say, moving along in a hurry. There's no news there.
Jody says Manning needs it more. Sark is who he is. Tasha, do you agree? So we got one for Manning, one for Sark.
Look, I get where Jody's going with that. They're not gonna pull the plug on Manning. Sark is the one whose job is blowing in the wind, hanging on by a thread. Because I think if they don't do a little bit better, and then there's already rumors and rumblings of Sark, dipping his toe into the NFL.
Yeah.
He needs it more because they're finding something to get rid of him.
As we're seeing, it's becoming an epidemic, and we're going to get to that here in just a second with another school that's going through a coaching change. Could this be a legacy game for Arch, Mike?
Yes, it could be for sure. I mean, because people aren't really picking them to beat Georgia. It would definitely be an upset. I think Georgia's favored by like 6.5 or something.
I think that's a bit pricey. Georgia's defense hadn't been defensing like it used to. That's a heavy. I don't know about. That's a heavy spread.
Texas showed up against OU's defense, so
sure did. Not even just showed up; they put belt to ass.
Yeah,
in that game. That wasn't competitive. Tasha, Georgia hasn't been in the national championship game since winning back-to-back titles in 21 and 22. Are they still the premier program in the country?
No, I didn't. Look, they're not playing Georgia football to me. That's our birthday girl. That's why y'all, she was out last week because it was her birthday. She turned 21 last week.
All right. Well, first shot's on Mike. Mike got 5,000 streams of income. He can afford it. Go ahead, Tasha.
Georgia is not the same. Georgia, I don't think they're as feared as they were.
Right.
Like you said, and it all comes down to the defense because SEC is defense heavy, and their defense is isn't your typical SEC defense this year. They got a lot of weak spots. They're giving up a lot of points, which is on trend for college football in general now. But these people are scoring left and right. I don't know. Man.
Melanie Taylor, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but you look fantastic for any age. So we'll just say that. Mike, you rolled your eyes when she said SEC and defense. Do you want to put that on?
I always do that.
We saw
I've been saying that for 10 years now. Yeah, SEC, you can definitely tell in the transition between how the SEC went from defense focus to offense focus. As soon as they transitioned to more offense focus, those numbers were going up. It was like 60 to 63 and 45 to 40. That ain't no defense.
Yeah.
Like,
Alabama, Georgia the last 2 years, to your point.
You see some of these top, Alabama, Georgia games and Texas, Georgia games, Texas, like, man, there ain't no defense here. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Right. It's no defense whatsoever.
That's
I think
weird.
We talked about on the show was as soon as they leveled the playing field of starting paying these athletes, it started leveling everything else out. And to Tasha's point, ain't nobody scared of Georgia and Alabama no more. Like, it's not there.
That's where my question came from, because I'm like, well, Georgia has been in the playoffs every year since that first Orange Bowl against Michigan when they went back to back. And then it was Michigan's run in 23, Ohio State's run last year. I'm like, well, Georgia's still kind of right there. They lost their quarterback last year.
That bum.
They lost their quarterback last year. So I'm like, are they still – I was just curious to get y'all's thoughts on where they are. And who has passed them? Or they never were, in your opinion?
They were, but I think it's kind of like the whole – again, Nick Saban is the greatest college football coach ever.
Undisputed.
I think they're getting the pass because of the name and the brand itself.
Okay.
Because they're still, you know how we always say you can't keep living off of that one championship or this championship. Georgia is still getting the benefit of the doubt because of 2021 and 2022.
And I'm guilty of that because for some reason I still see them as kind of like the premier team. Yeah. But I'm like, but maybe Ohio State can change that if they go back. Now, Jarrell is like, hook him. He says fake timeouts ain't going to save Kirby today. That was egregious. But the SEC is not going to put Arch in a position to where they take the game from him. No. Georgia, y'all going to have to beat Arch today. Arch is referee proof and for good reason. Now, Jody says only team in SEC in like 4 years that beat Georgia was Alabama. So he says, yes, they are. And this is a Buckeye fan, but Jody, I don't want to start nothing this morning. But Georgia beat us and went undefeated when they title. I'm not casting no aspersions, but I'm gonna ask my two esteemed co-hosts right now. If Ohio State loses to Michigan again this year and wins the title, can they be in the dynasty conversation? Can you be a dynasty and not be Michigan?
No.
Nope.
We gonna move on.
Come on, you ain't even win the Big Ten championship.
That record got to be pristine.
It does. Sorry, Jody. We don't make the rules. We just abide by them. We abide by the rules.
Could you imagine that, though? Like, hypothetically, you get the last year championship, national championship, to where no one really counts because it's like, man, you didn't even win your conference. Okay, so that was kind of like a one-off. And then you get this year, you're talking about a 3-loss team getting in. Hypothetically, they winning the national title. Man, stop playing.
Now, AP Coulter checking in, and she said the Bugs Bunny gift. No.
No.
Shouts out to AP. We got the game coming up in a couple of weeks, Mama. We 4-0 the last 4 years. Good morning, Mark Trees. Hastings in the house. You don't have to scare off someone to get knocked out. Oh, we gonna see. We got the Eastside Undertaker, number 19. Now, Julian Sand has been doing his thing as I digress. But as we have a hook'em here, Mike, you want to save the pick to the pick'ems, or you want to make your pick now while everybody's hot and bothered about Texas? Go ahead, Mike. Who you got tonight?
I got Texas tonight.
Y'all, this is a civil war for Mike. I think the father-in-law is Georgia and the father's Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have a shindig tonight? You don't have to answer that.
No, we're not.
I ain't watching no more Georgia games.
I ain't got no money in the game, but all I know is I like chaos, and this would cause more chaos for the SEC. So I'm gonna go.
It would definitely cause more chaos. Tasha, who you liking this one tonight?
Georgia.
ATL Georgia. I think because Outkast just got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's a Georgia thing tonight. I'm gonna go between the hedges. Although Georgia be burning me in big spots, and I'm falling back behind on my picks.
They got cream for that.
Yeah, you down 5 right now.
Mike, why are you showing so many damn teeth? Ain't nobody asked you how many games I was behind. What up? Yeah, Farrah, how you feeling today, Farrah? Good morning, Farrah.
Farrah, boy, I tell you, her and Brandy busy making them treats. Y'all better get them while they fresh.
Get them while they fresh. Jarrell says, champs are champs. Don't matter how many losses you have. Lay off my guy, Jody Buckeyes.
Now, I mean, that is true. I was going to say that.
For your boy.
True. At the end of the day, they did win. It's just ugly. What they say, an ugly win is still a win.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying it's nice to walk out in the state fair this year and seeing so many Ohio State fans look at us, but then look down and deviate. I'm like, all right.
Hey, y'all, Mike used deviate on y'all.
Even the one that had that Eddie George jersey on, when I basically stopped and I accosted this man. He ain't had shit to say.
Okay, let's see. Georgia is Texas daddy, or Ohio State is Texas daddy. They may have to go to. Oh, you are the father. Well, hell, we gonna be on the next show because we everybody's dad. Well, no, we lost to Texas last year, but that's all right.
Okay, we get a rematch.
We was going through a transition at that time.
2 years.
We were in transition, and it is nice to be the champ. And you did it for the conference. So shouts out to Ohio State. Y'all, you went through a credible enough gauntlet in the playoffs last year. You beat some SEC teams. You beat Notre Dame. I'm going to give you that. All right. Now, another big game in the SEC is OU and Bama. Now, the Sooners, with the raggedy wagon wheels that they are, they ended Alabama's season last year in Norman. Does Alabama return the favor and end Oklahoma's season this afternoon, Tasha?
I don't know. Alabama is so up and down. And did the check not clear for Williams? What is going on?
Look, we're gonna let her simmer on her pick real quick because this is a off the cuff. I'm just throwing y'all on the hot out right now. Mike, we got a prolific offense in Todd Simpson. I'm coming back to you, Tasha, in your Oklahoma and Alabama colors. Great offense, Todd Simpson, Alabama, even with Ryan Williams not having a prolific season. Great defense in Oklahoma that completely knocked UT's ass out of the CFP 2 weeks ago. Who are you taking in this? Good offense or good defense?
Yeah, this is one of my picks, my pick'ems, my locks.
We'll save that then. We'll save your lock.
Okay.
So you're looking forward to this one tonight, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Stick around for Mike's locks, y'all. Know it ain't but a couple more checks until Christmas, y'all. So stick around. No, you didn't. Oh, no, Farrah. No, the raggedy wagon wheel. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
They said, "Oosh."
Remember when they
I would never forget when that damn thing fell over. I'm glad nobody was injured, but that was one of the funniest things I ever seen in my life.
No, somebody getting injured would have made it funnier. I'm sorry.
No.
And no, we did not forget the 8 seasons before. We don't have amnesia.
Jody, we stand
on it. Got that ring now. We got that ring.
It's been like 7 years, hasn't it? Come on,
Jody, we stand on it. We stand on it.
All day, every day. Make sure you show up for Gus and Joel at 11 o'clock Central Time when the University of Michigan saves Fox ratings once again. We know y'all ratings been kind of low, Ohio. Y'all need to let some teams pinch y'all because I'm turning y'all games off at halftime. They haven't been very competitive. Let's move on. Y'all, and I'm gonna love talking about this with these two because these two was telling me for months that something like this will probably happen, and that's Brian Kelly at LSU. Now, I was on board with the pick where he got hired as the coach. I thought it was a great move. These two did not. They was like, "No, Pete, this ain't gonna work out." It hasn't. A crazy story keeps getting crazier. First, it was an in-season firing. Then the governor got involved. And now looks like the courts are going to get involved. If you hadn't been following, earlier this week, Brian Kelly and his representatives are basically going to seek litigation to get his $54 million buyout in full. Now, Mike, Tasha, LSU is now claiming, well, technically, we didn't fire him. He just stopped showing up for work.
Right.
He did a no-call, no-show. And, Mike, you've been in corporate America a long time. You understand the death knell that is the no-call, no-show.
Right. But I also know there's always followed up with HR having that meeting or that letter being sent. So
in that nice little box on your cubicle.
Go ahead and sign this paper real quick.
34-14 at LSU and fired is crazy. Thank you, Jody. Well, somebody sees my plight on that. But Jody, how do we explain this? Mike, let me ask you this. So they're going to try to say that he quit so they can not pay him his full buyout. I think they offered him $20 million. He said no. They offered him $30 million. He said no. So now this is going to litigation. If you're on the board of supervisors, Mike, are you voting to pay this man or fight this out?
No, I'm gonna fight this out because I think they'll win because it's clear that he quit. Even if you received harsh feedback and you're just like, you know what, they about to fire me, I'm not gonna show up. No, you're gonna have to wait for that letter to get that fired. Then,
so you're gonna fight. So you're gonna fight to not pay him the full $54 million.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. All right. Brandy said job abandonment, and that's what they use to deny your unemployment claim too. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there thinking that you're going to take the rest of the year off, make sure you do it right. Do something to let them let you go. Don't you just quiet quit. Tasha, are you fighting this? You got boots on the ground in Baton Rouge.
Man, look, pay that man that damn money and go on and get it over with. Y'all got a new athletic director, and if y'all don't know what the new athletic director is, I'm going to need you to Google. And they trying to take all the power away from him anyway. Go on and pay that man so this doesn't just be hanging over his head because he ain't had nothing to do with it.
What's that,
Mike?
Is he Dominican or what? What's that mean?
No, Mike. Look, Mike, I'm coming down your road, Mike. She made it 24 minutes today. That was good. She made it 24 minutes. That might be a TEP record. And if y'all don't understand what me and Mike are referencing, then just go back and watch some old shows. Good morning, Miss Hastings in the house. Mike, if you're a top coaching candidate, do you think this will have an adverse effect on contract negotiations for the next coach?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of, for me, it would deter me because it's like, man, y'all kind of messy over there. Like, I'm gonna go over here.
It's kind of messy, Mike.
I would pick Penn State over LSU.
So that changed your tiers, or did you always think Penn State over LSU?
I personally did, yeah. And we talked about this offline, but I think the legacy at Penn State, not as much messiness, and this was before this even came out.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna go over here.
All right, Tasha, you're a high-powered sports agent. Are you steering your people clear of LSU, given the fact of how they doing this in bad faith?
I mean, to me, it doesn't have anything to do with bad faith. It's too much politics involved in it. And I wouldn't want my client involved in that mess because you have a university president, you have an athletic director. That's their job. But now you got the governor open up his big ass mouth because he want to interject give his input on what needs to be done at said university. Sir, you're not in charge of that university. It's too much mess going on down there. And you hate it because we don't want LSU. Well, some of you don't want LSU to go back to the days where we didn't know nothing about them except for Y.A. Tittle.
You mean the Jefferson Pilot days, back when we were kids and they playing on Channel 30? You
don't want to go back to those days where they become irrelevant. And once your program becomes irrelevant, it's hard to come back. Look how long it took SMU to get back from where they from. Eric Dixon got that Trans Am in the 80s. We didn't start talking about SMU until the last, 3 years or so?
To NIL. Nebraska online won.
Yeah. We ain't heard nothing about Nebraska since Tommy Frazier and Ndamukong Suh.
Nebraska online won, to your point. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I think that if you're, and Mike, I think we talked about this off wax last week. If you're like an up and coming coordinator, I think it might not matter. as far as contract negotiations go, because that is a very high profile job. But I think that if you're a coach with skins on the wall, like a Kiffin or the guy in Oregon that I can't stand, but he's a great coach, I'm not going to take that away from him, or any of the other upper echelon type coaches, or Lincoln Riley or somebody, you're gonna tie them up in so much litigation to make sure you have an airtight buyout that, like, it might not even be worth it.
I mean,
Pay the
look
man.
at James Franklin, who knew that his money depended on whether or not he got another job, getting his
analyst job too. Mike, what was your response to the analyst job to make sure he get a job? What we say, go get you a high school job?
Yeah, exactly. Like, but I hear he's probably going to get Virginia Tech. So,
all right, end of the saying, man. Well, we know that he can turn around a program, but we have no proof of concept.
And they don't really have expectations there either.
I was about to start singing Into the Same, man. I'm sorry. I just thought about Mariano Rivera. Sorry.
I mean, last time Virginia Tech was relevant was what, Sugar Bowl? When they lost
when Michael Vick was out there
running
around
by field goals. Come on.
When Beamer was coaching, Beamer Ball.
Hey, they had a nice little run for a little while until the U decided to be the U again, and that 01 team ended all of that Virginia Tech talk. They haven't really bounced back since. Let me ask y'all this. The University of Tennessee is currently ranked 23rd in the country. They have 3 losses, and they are out of the CFP. If I'm asking you all to speculate, because I know y'all not Vols fans, so we're just going to do some hindsight speculation. Do you think the Vols fans would rather have paid Nico the $2 million and still have a CFP viability, or do you think that it was worth it to teach them a lesson and miss out of the playoffs this year? Tasha?
I mean, I don't necessarily think Nico not being there is the reason they're not in the playoffs. Like, those two don't have anything to do with each other. But anybody, anywhere would prefer their team to win. They don't care about you got to be arrogant at some point when you're in sports and when you're quote unquote in high demand. I mean, he's looking better at UCLA, but I think they're coaching more to his skill, and he got humbled. So he has to go out there and listen to what the coach says. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, one, you're assuming that he's going to stay healthy, which he's not even going to play against Ohio State. And second, look at their games. Look how many points they've been allowing. Like, Nico ain't been playing on defense. Like, they just lost, 33 points against OU, 34 points against Kentucky. They won that game. 37 against Alabama. Like, come on, man.
But wouldn't that make more of a case to keep the offense that you had in place because you don't have the same defense as last year? Because I'm looking here, and Joey Aguilar, who came over from Appalachian State, he has 8 interceptions so far. He had 3 against the game that knocked him out against Oklahoma. He had 3 picks. Nico had 5 the entire season last year. 10-2 beat Bama, and they made the CFP. I'm wondering if the College Football Playoff Committee could take Danny White and that UT athletic department into a closed-door room and say, look, you give us $2.8 million, we'll put y'all in the CFP. Would they pay it? Would their alumni pay that now, today?
But yeah, that's what I said, because what program anywhere would not want their team to be at the top? But you're adding Nico into that payment. Nico don't have shit to do with that. You can get any quarterback and pay him 2.5 who is good. You're gonna pay that money to win. That's what I'm trying to say. Nico
But they didn't pay the money, and they're not winning.
So what did Nico do when he went out there and he played in the college football playoff game? What happened?
He lost to the same team that Texas lost to, and that Notre Dame lost to.
If it was gone a non-messy way, how it went down, I think they should have just paid them.
Right.
But
it didn't. You're leaving out a lot of crucial facts in this one. How messy it got.
But okay, wait a minute. What crucial? Not going to admit the truth when it comes to that whole situation. He left because UT wouldn't pay him no money, and Paul keeps saying that
he didn't leave, y'all. Tennessee kicked him off
because that motherfucker wanted money and they wasn't finna pay him. They told him we're not finna pay you.
Now look, hold on,
California.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna take this into a everyday life scenario. These two right here, they got on me, jumped all over me with laughing emojis and this because I showed them a picture of me buying some a rotisserie chicken down at Walmart. They's like, why are you buying that? You need to go to a credible place and get some real chicken. Mike saying, oh, well, enjoy that plastic that you're eating with your chicken.
They do be having plastic in their food. You got it from Walmart.
Like, when it comes to eating, they say you get what you pay for. Tasha has routinely gone through my cabinets and was like, great value. I didn't know they made great value ranch. Great value. I didn't know they made everything in here is great value. Damn, bro. Can you go get some
like
some
great value salt? They're like, oh, okay.
Where's the Lowry's?
Great value salt.
You got toilet paper, great value.
Like, great value. I won't do no great value. I want great value in your ass.
It was name brand toilet paper.
There you go.
Because Tasha be filming. No. I did that. That was pressure. Because Tasha be filming. You ain't gonna be zooming in on no one ply at my house. It's like, y'all, look, I've been wiping my ass for 3 hours. Right. It looks funny in the light. But look, all I'm saying is I'm not gonna let y'all do that because you all will pay more for better product. I'm just saying, with Tennessee. Does Tennessee having a little buyer's remorse with Aguilar is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they were okay, that they were not justified in not calling his bluff. Calling his bluff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying hindsight being 2020, because we got on Michigan gear right now, and you pulled up your shirt. This could happen to Michigan in January. Bryce could say, y'all, I want extra $3 million to come back next year. What do we do?
But you comparing Bryce and Nico. Them talents ain't even level.
Bryce ain't. Farrell, you stay out of this.
Thank you, Farrell, because that's exactly what Mike said. Go to the
right. And they had an HEB quarterback, and they went and got a great value, and now look at him.
Nico is not an HEB quarterback.
He was not. He may have been a Kroger.
Stop it.
He wasn't even Tom Thumb.
He might be a Tom Thumb, Kroger,
Don't 6'7", Mike. Don't 6'7". Don't 6'7". Don't. That ain't right.
That's his ranking, a 6 or a 7. So he's
he's not a 5, but 6'7".
I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. All of them UT fans that was like, yeah, we taught him a lesson. Now look at you. You don't win in the swamp. That's 4 losses. Vanderbilt got a 37-year-old quarterback who's going to be the best player on the field in 3 weeks. That's another 5 losses. Okay, Albertsons. Okay, Albertsons is good. They got good fruit, but they high as hell.
Albertsons better than HEB.
Baked goods.
They used to have what?
Good baked goods.
They still do, Tasha. They still do. Winco. Hey, Winco is over there off of George Bush. Hey, that'd be too packed over there though. Like that's. If I'm going to go into a pack store, it's going to be the hell. Now look at us. You know what age demographic our show is. Everybody know about the grocery stores. We're at that age. We can tell you about them grocery stores. All right. So Mike and Tasha are still like off with his head. Joey Aguilar, great value green beans, got these boys out here with a 5-loss season, and then they're going to get rid of their coach all because you didn't bake cookies, Tasha?
Jody, you missed my cookies. Them boneless cookies.
Bro, let's go. Tasha. Okay.
Just hit her up in the DMs. Go on.
Mike, why do I see this going on for some reason? Like with the slap. Jody. Turn on Fat Albert. Turn on some cartoons. Jody, I hope your lady gotta get up for work before you, and she ain't ever gonna get to work. You went every morning like, baby, I'm gonna be late.
How'd it die? On top me?
How'd it die on top of me? I hope she gotta go to work before you, bro. Girl, get out of that bed and run. Run to the shower. Melanie. So proud of Marcel Reed at Texas A&M and his success. Can you talk about his strengths and weaknesses as they take down? Great question. All right, I will kick this off. Marcel Reed, well, for one, he reminds me a lot just aesthetically of Jaden Daniels. He reminds me a lot of Jaden Daniels. but I think that his running is a lot more selective than Jaden with the called runs. Not Mississippi State. Texas A&M has elite speed on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
He's not asked to do a lot of dig routes. He's not asked to do a lot of corner post routes. He's not asked to do a lot of that. Concepcion is a guy that you can hit over the middle. You can hit him behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take that thing to the house. I think Tasha said this last week, and I totally agree. I think that he has earned a seat in Radio City Hall in New York for the Heisman. I think that he should be one of the 4 there. Anybody want to add anything on Marshall Reed?
Well, Melanie, the thing was coming out of NBA. I know Melanie probably asked this because his dad used to be the head coach at Tennessee State. His name is Rod. The knock on him coming out of NBA was that he couldn't throw.
Mm-hmm.
And he has developed. And when I looked at him last week, and I've been watching, like I said, supporting him simply because of where he came from and the fact that I know his dad and everything. He's developed into a pretty decent thrower. And then when you got the wideouts that you have out there, when you got an offense that's catering to him, he's looking really good.
Mike, let me do a Michigan tie into this question. Would you like to see that approach with Bryce next year? I'm just letting that sit there. Mike, I'm gonna let that sit there. I'm coming to you, Mike. I contact Mike.
Oh
We need you today, Mike. We need your levity, Mike. Y'all are cutting up in y'all goon squad. Y'all out of control this morning. Mike, would you like to see Michigan do something similar around Bryce? Because to Tasha's point, and something I had just said earlier, he has a lot of easy throws. So yes, he does look like that he's improved his passing game, but there are a lot of high percentage type throws, and his playmakers are making plays.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the ability to open it up like that. Like we've talked about it multiple times. He doesn't have receivers that he can count on to catch the ball.
He sure does not. And Samaj Morgan dropped one today.
If you can't do a slant and complete a pass on a 3rd and 4,
right, and
not count on your receiver to catch the ball, or tight end. Oh, tight end's been good. Then no, you can't do that.
Tight end is always good, Mike.
Yeah, Michigan is tight end you for sure.
Tight end you, DEU, linebacker you.
So yeah, I don't think not yet. I think next year, yeah, I'd love to see that. I think we got some tall receivers coming through, some 6'3", 6'4".
I think the infrastructure to build something like that with Michigan is just not there this year. We don't have the horses to make Bryce look like that.
But what did I say
in the
pre-roll? We can't keep using injuries as an excuse.
Not today. This is a playoff game today, baby. Let's get it done in Wrigley, y'all. I'm nervous.
Nah, we got that. That's a home game. Come on. Man, beat us in 25 years.
We can get some recruits in, get that money up, and get where we need to be. Get some linemen, get some skill positions, and
But having the number 1 overall running back in the next year's recruiting class doesn't bode well for us changing our identity anytime soon.
Yeah, but it brings in other people that want to be a part of what's being built as special.
Sell me, Mike. Sell me.
That's already been like as soon as that number 1 was signed, all these receivers started coming in too, because you need a balanced offense. Like you see that you get a good run game, these receivers are going to be open.
Now,
but to Melanie's question about his strengths and his weaknesses was the fact that he couldn't throw, and I would definitely say his strengths is what's around him. And he is developing into a really good.
I wouldn't say his weakness yet. I don't think he's been tested in the specific spot of his defense, or their defense has really helped, but also potentially lost them games, allowing 40 points here and there. So I think it's going to come down to obviously Texas in the playoffs, but against Texas, it's going to be a high-strung, high-stress game. You're going to need to focus in there, and we're really going to be able to see what he has.
And Texas is hitting their stride. They're hitting their stride right now. I think winning in the Cotton Bowl kind of changed the trajectory of not only Arch, but their season. Now, Farrah says Texas A&M will go undefeated in the SEC. I'm wondering if she's meaning the Big Ten. Because if you mean the Big Ten, I'm going to zap you out of here. Because no, the hell they wouldn't.
So they play South Carolina today, which they should win, but you never know.
Right. South Carolina is a giant killer, by the
and
way.
then they play Samford the week after that, and then what is it?
At
Texas game is next. So they need to make sure they don't look ahead.
Yeah.
And if you remember they used to do the bonfire to somebody that tragically lost their lives back in the day. If they do that, I don't see too many people gonna stop Texas. Gonna stop A&M.
I don't either. I think that they match up well with everybody that's currently in the field in the college football playoff. I think they could pull.
I think they would lose.
I mean, as much as I hate to say this, Super Saiyan ass and the way that offense with all them weapons he got up there against, like Mike said, sometimes that defense at A&M don't be defensive. That could be their Achilles heel.
I think they lose against a good defense like in Ohio State in the playoffs if they see them.
But y'all, I'm old enough to remember Marvin Harrison Jr., that same Jeremiah Smith, Jackson Smith and Jigma, Emeka Ibuka, all on the same team, and Michigan running through them with a 0-star quarterback.
Not everyone's a Michigan now. Come on, now.
Look at what we had.
Had to get that in there. I just want to throw another shot because I know Joe.
And we had mental. We play with their minds. Like, come on, man. That was years in the making.
Mind, body, and spirit.
They was too busy complaining about flag planting and shit, and you know.
Yeah, we turned that stadium into a flag football
legislation about not planting a flag.
Now they're suing one of our pubs for having Buckeye tears.
Thank you, Baker.
What? Wait a minute. Do you want to win or do you want to be honest? And what is cheating? Is kissing cheating or do you have to penetrate? What are we calling cheating? It's just answering a DM.
I consider cheating vacating wins. How about that?
Ooh! We done fell off the whoa! Woo! Now I'm ready to watch this game today. Wait a minute, be honest. You know we tell the truth in the booth. Do you want to smoke? You smoke crack, don't you? Crack. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that time in the NFL season to where we get back to an annual tradition, a tradition unlike any other. And no, it's not the Masters.
I was gonna say, this is the Masters.
Hello, friends.
Tim Nance.
Hello, friends. It's not the Masters, but we have a master in contender pretender detection, and we affectionately call it T Sizzle's Wolf Tickets, where she will let us know that one of these teams that's looking like some count really ain't no count. So let's see if she gets one right again.
Wait a minute, let me pull up the script because I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, just flow with it. Just flow with it. Tasha,
it's easy.
And stop saying that you don't prepare on wax. Mike, be in the batter's box, okay? Because we knew she wasn't gonna read the script. All right. So
I had every intention.
Tasha, I saw you throwing your stripper leg in the air with your cooch out.
Was at physical therapy, and
it's physical and it's therapeutic, but I don't know about.
Was actually behind me.
Physical, right? Tasha Luton John over there. All right. Well, while she was throwing her stripper legs in the air, me and Mike was preparing for a show to entertain you all on a Saturday, beautiful Saturday here in Dallas, Texas. So, Mike. What do they call that? The dugout with a warm-up pitcher? Like, start warming up your arm, Mike.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, let's start with this. The 9-2 Patriots, only 9-win team in the league, riding an 8-game winning streak. Tasha, are they selling Super Bowl tickets or Wolf tickets?
I'm gonna say Super Bowl tickets. Because they finally free. But you know, when people pledge, they be like free 3. They done finally free Trevion. And
they have.
And that brother had 3 touchdowns Thursday night.
Ramondre Stevenson.
You got Stephon Diggs. Bro. Everybody wanted to bury Stephon Diggs and talking about he's old and this other thing. Stephon is still kind of that guy. And I love the way Drake May has been developed.
Yes.
Everything about them is giving me hope that they can, get this thing. I mean, nothing against Buffalo, because y'all know I love me some Keon Coleman. But I'm tired of Buffalo. Y'all done had your chance, bro.
Mike, speaking of great value, he's great value. First of
all,
he's great value.
It ain't gonna be no Keon Coleman slander ever.
He's that
He
salt
gotta
that you
learn how
saw
to
in my cabinet, Mike. He's that
which I
salt. It
think
didn't have no name on it.
He can learn. He can do it.
Mike, do you agree? Are they selling Wolf tickets or or Super Bowl tickets?
No, I would definitely say playoff tickets. I mean, you look at their schedule; they might lose 2 out of the next 6. That puts them at 13-4. Like, come on,
they ain't beat nobody, but it don't matter.
Who are they gonna lose to? They have Cincinnati, the Giants. I potentially lose to the Bills. They got Baltimore, Jets, and Miami. Come on,
Mike. They already beat the Bills once, so to your point, they might win 14 games. Shit.
There.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that they selling Super Bowl tickets. The Keon Coleman's, Tasha, 6-3. Wolf tickets or Super Bowl tickets?
I don't think they selling Super Bowl tickets. Look, you can right now you can get their tickets offline.
Okay, so maybe a wild card and out of there, because that ain't a contender to me.
Because I don't know what's going on. You know, I understand in Buffalo they like to spread it out, let everybody get a chance. Everybody get a chance. Everybody Everybody get a chance. But it's going to come to the point where you're going to have to center in on one thing, and it can't just be your run game. Because if you stop Cook, what else you got?
Ask Miami. And Miami will tell you nothing, because once they stop Cook,
I mean, it's like they're saying he has all of these weapons, which, okay, again, I love Keon to death. He doesn't have the weapon that's here outside of Cook. You got 2 tight ends. You got 2 wide receivers. They're not. It just ain't there. And then the defense plays when it want to plays.
The curl ain't curling. Achan ran through them like Eric Dickerson in 84. Mike, from our trees, because she said and back up off Keon. Mike, can you do this in a loving way and let them know that this, Mike, just say it in a loving way. Say it like you would talk to one of your children. Mike, let them know that this, let them down easy.
Sometimes that dog don't hunt, you know?
That was very nicely done. That was very nicely done.
You read what Treese typed.
I did, but I didn't want to be the one to tell her, so I know Mike would do it.
It ain't gonna be no Keon slander.
Mike did it nicely. He did it nicely. He said that dog don't hunt, and that was a very, very nice, polite Saturday morning way to say he ain't shit. Next up, the 8-2 Colts, the Indiana Joneses.
Look,
Wolf tickets or Super Bowl tickets, Tosh?
Y'all know I don't believe in no damn Daniel Anna Jones. And you know when your middle name becomes an and, that means when I'm totally done with you.
That's right. When you throw the and in there, they ass.
Now, I'm here for Jonathan Taylor being the MVP, but everybody keep wanting to throw what's his name from the Rams, Stafford in there.
Stafford is now. He passed Drake May last week to me.
Stafford, they want to throw May in there.
Yeah.
They want to throw everybody out there except for Jonathan Taylor.
I do too.
But
I do too.
Is Daniel Jones considered a pocket passer?
Daniel Jones? No. I think he's an athlete playing quarterback.
Okay. Because I read something, and this was a while ago, and it was like, will the pocket passer still exist in 2040? Any team that you're naming, if they got a statue of a quarterback, they selling wolf tickets. I'm just saying.
Stafford. We'll get to the Rams, but Stafford is my favorite to win it.
I don't like his.
We don't get to the Rams.
Much.
So what is your answer? Wolf tickets?
I think they selling wolf tickets, and I hate that for Jonathan Taylor, and I hate that for my mom, because y'all know my mom that's her favorite team. She loves the Indianapolis Colts. I just don't see Daniel Jones still substantial.
Well, y'all hate Daniel Jones. He ain't done nothing but win.
Look, Kirk and the Cousins, a Daniel and a Jones.
The Kirk and the Cousins started the wolf tickets.
I removed
in Minnesota.
I removed the and from Sam Bradford, but then again,
no, Darnold, because Sam Bradford was ass.
I mean, not Sam Bradford, Sam Darnold, but the jury's still out on him because they ain't got to the playoffs yet. Because we know
they coming up, Tasha. You coming down my road, Mike? Are they selling wolf tickets in Indy?
Nah, I think they're a good playoff contender.
They in a weak division, which usually the teams that are in those piss poor ass divisions
Y'all,
like that.
I mean, they beat Denver. They beat the Chargers. I mean,
they beat the Titans by a combined score of 80-6 in 2 games. I think.
I
We call
don't
them Danny Penny.
trust no team run by a Daniel and a Jones.
He did have 5 turnovers the last 2 games. But if Jonathan Taylor's running for 200 yards a game,
because I had Smash Mouth Exotic football as my backup, and I should have put him in that day because that's
what you get for hating on a former Titan. Because he gave you he would have gave you buckets. What up though? Happy Veterans Day to you, Langston. Shouts out.
Langston, you in Detroit?
Right. What up though with your lime green Gators? Now let's go to Farrah's team since Farrah talking about somebody got an underbite. Let's go to your team with your old ass quarterback, the 82 Broncos. What was that, Tasha?
Wooden teeth. You know, back in the day when you're old.
Oh, wooden teeth. Okay. Now go on home and brush that tooth. Tasha, 82 Denver.
Farrah, when is PS2 coming back? Is he?
No, you don't get no lifeline. This ain't $1 million. No,
I'm serious because
she go. Mike, howl it, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Be ready. See, she's trying to protect relationships.
I'm not trying to protect relationships. I wanted to know if Patrick Surtain II, when is he coming back? Because they're going to start losing. And then, first of all, Denver ain't been winning pretty. I'm sorry, Farrah.
Like, if you got that smoke from Michigan, have it for Denver.
I'm sorry, Farrah, and I'm sorry, Steve. I know that's y'all team. They've been struggling and they've been lucking into them wins.
Mike, you always get the people mad and then they go off on us. Like, I didn't say it, Mike did. Mike said that.
Nothing, to be honest. I mean,
then Dobbins has been ruled out. I think that offense is going to struggle. I think they'll
Gonna or been struggling?
I mean, they've been, but I think they're going to struggle later on in the season, especially if Pastor Tane doesn't get back in there. So right now, I'm going to say Wolf tickets.
Well, that's three Wolves because this was unnecessary. This was unnecessary, and we're 1-8. So unless you say you done gave us, look, we need to stay at 1 win so we can have that number 1 overall pick. Damn, Mike, this was Mike that did this. He the one howled. But Tasha agreed though. And
hold on. They want to say lost because of field goals. If you want to count the losses, then you got to count the wins too. 5 of the last 6 also won by 3 points. So
that offense is struggling.
Damn. Mike did a little Remember how they used to spank on Tom and Jerry? They were like, it's ow, 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 ow. Shouts out to Mike. I agree with you, Mike. I got your back. We will beat the Chiefs Sunday. We'll stick around for the pick'ems.
Well, then you got to beat them again. How about that?
I categorically disagree. Next up, let's go to the NFC. What about them 7-2 Rams with the Matthew Staffords, Tasha, with the statuesque 38-year-old quarterback who's going to be MVP this year?
I'm not going to say they selling Wolf tickets simply because of that defense. Come on. That defense, I don't know what kind of drug Stafford is on, but whatever you own, I need it for my back too, so I don't have to be in physical therapy with the stripper leg. It's going to come down between... I had this conversation with my brother because he called me. He said, man, what's wrong with our teams? My brother is a cow bitch fan, and y'all know I'm a 49er fan. And I told him, I said, our saving grace is we've already split between Seattle and the Rams. We've beaten both of them.
Those are huge early season victories, by the way.
I said, and we needed that. But what that division is going to come down to, and I hate to say it because y'all know I'm going to always go for the yay area, is between those two and who's going to, win head-to-head, because at this point, the best we could finish is third in that
Me and
division.
Mike been telling y'all was ass. Like now we finally starting to see
ain't no ass. Farrah, what's the Titans record? Farrah, what's the
What's
Cowboys?
the Titans got to do with this? There they go. There they go.
Where's the fucking spoon? Because you're not finna do that. We still
you want to talk about mamas?
You
want to talk about mom?
Your mother, she went to Burger and she ordered a Nicoy salad instead of Nicoy.
Farrah, I'll be checking on you and stuff, Farrah, and then you come on the Al Gore's internet and you bring up my team's record.
But you always got to bring up talking about the 49ers is bad. We still going to the playoffs. What you talking about? We done beat the
playoffs.
We done beat the 1 and 2 teams in our division. We done split.
Those were big wins, but you got a problem. Houston, you got a problem. Brock Purdy's back. That means the slide is about to start. Y'all going back down.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Ain't never been so big. There you go, Fer Basura.
Oh, that was nice. That was a nice little whatever you did with that R. That was nice. Let's go with the 7-2 Seahawks, Tasha. And don't call them out of their name. They're the Seahawks.
No, they still the Sea bitches. I think they're selling playoff tickets.
Yeah. They legit.
They look
choked on that, Mike.
They look really good, but again, they haven't gotten to the playoffs, which is when their quarterback seems to nut up. But I think he's been.
That's true.
I think he's been removed. I think when you go to the Jets, I think they sprinkle a little
pixie.
They put a root on your ass. They bury your drawers in the yard and you can't leave your house neither.
Down there with Hoffa's bones.
I think once that stink gets off of you,
it is a stench. It is.
You kind of rise to the top. I think Minnesota with him was an awakening, and I think he's going to play because he doesn't want that to be his legacy of him not being able to get it done.
I agree with you. I think that they could very well be in the NFC Championship game, and I wouldn't bet an eye at that. Mike?
Yeah, I agree. I think they're a playoff team.
A good playoff as well. All right, so Mike couldn't wait to this. Damn, Tasha.
Did I finish, bitch?
Tasha, are you the girl in the back of that Honda?
She went up 1%, I think.
Mike,
a whole 25%.
Mike, she the girl in the back of that Honda. NWA was talking about.
No.
That's a lie.
She was only 14.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I ain't never been
only 14, Mike.
If that's the case, I'm the one driving. I'm like,
right. You the one looked over the thing and said, "Oh, it's the Preacher's Daughter." Okay, y'all. If y'all don't know that song, just forget about it. Let's go. Time for the pick 5. Me and Tasha are on the rise. Mike, I don't know if Mike just had a bad week or if he tried to let us back in it. No, he didn't try to let us back in it. I walked him down, and then I just totally started picking Tennessee college teams and got back out of the running. So keep them MFers off the sheet for the rest of the year because Vanderbilt and Tennessee got me yoked up. And thank you for keeping Oklahoma off. When I pick them, they lose. When I pick against them, they win.
I ain't even got a shot to get back in this thing. I need to concede.
No, you stay in the race.
You take this whooping.
You take this.
You know, I like it a little rough sometimes.
Right, you take this. Mike, I was thinking you take this. When you said that, no, you're going to shut up and take this.
Oh, that sounds really.
You was doing all that texting you was doing.
That sounds really, really.
Texas versus Georgia. I'm going first because I'm confident in my pick. Georgia gets it done in the hedges. Tasha.
Georgia. In the state of Georgia.
And Mike has already told y'all that he's riding with the Fighting Arch Mannings. All right, next up, the Detroit Lions versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Tasha, you up first?
Dang. I'm going to say the Lions because, I don't know, because Philly's still winning with all that in-house fighting. I just
they
want
really
AJ
are.
Brown.
How y'all still winning?
I just want AJ Brown just to shut up and dribble. I just come on, dude. Like, we get it. You're not happy. They're not giving you the ball. You're not getting your numbers. You got your money, but we know when it comes time for contract negotiations, you're going to say,
because that's real.
I mean, I get it, but I'm going to need you to shut up and just, because you don't hear Devontae Smith saying nothing.
Because Devontae actually get targets.
Well, Devontae taking his ball and he going home. That's what he do. He going to work with his lunch pail, he get his ball, and then he leave afterwards.
I can't dispute that. Mike?
Told y'all Saquon wasn't going to have all them yards, too.
You did.
Yeah.
But you got scared on that under, though.
No, I didn't.
Go ahead,
I got the
Mike.
Lions.
What?
I got the Lions.
I ain't never picking against the 49ers.
I ain't never picking against the Cowboys. That's how Mike be finagling.
Yeah, you did. You picked the Eagles early on.
I did pick the Eagles, and the Eagles won. But that's because Michael wasn't playing, or CD wasn't playing. Somebody wasn't playing. I got
well, AJ Brown not playing. How about that?
He sure ain't, because he's fucking up my fantasy team. Did you hear AJ Brown told us to drop him off the fantasy?
Yes, I saw. Yeah, exactly.
I can't, because Travis Hunter's out on IR. I can't drop him.
He pulling an Amari Cooper. He calling out while he at work. He's sitting at his desk. Look, I'm sick.
Now, Martrice, we're going to pull up these comments in a minute, but Martrice can't stand AJ Brown. The TikToks she sent me are hilarious. Next up, this is a good one right here.
Wait, who'd you pick? Did you pick Detroit?
Yeah, I picked Detroit. I ain't picking the filthy feathers.
Okay. Well, you didn't say nothing, so.
I didn't, but I thought that was implied. But yeah, I got Detroit. Seattle versus the Rams, and this is must-see TV for me. As a football fan, this is must-see TV. Mike, you up first.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams.
I got the Rams.
Okay. Chicago versus Minnesota in the Apology Bowl, because I want to hear both of y'all right now apologize to Caleb Williams. I'll wait.
I ain't apologizing to him for shit. For
What'd
what?
he do?
For who?
What'd he do? What'd he win? Did he win something?
They're in the playoffs. The playoffs started today.
Bruh.
They selling playoff tickets.
That's today.
Bruh. Come on.
Y'all gonna apologize or not?
But with all that being said, I'm taking the Bears.
Me too. Me too.
No, I got JJ.
Mike.
That's why, yeah,
Mike.
Gonna lose.
Mike. Hold
JJ
on.
is not it.
Hold on. We gonna
Hey,
hold on.
Hey,
Tasha, hold on. Let me bring
y'all,
this down.
y'all have y'all's homer picks. I got my homer picks. All right.
That's fair. No. That's fair. I'll bring this back up then. That's fair. Way to shut that down, because we was about to have a TED talk with you. Because Mike, 8 false starts last week. Get that cadence right, bro. What did you chewing bubble gum in there? What is you doing, bro?
He's a new dad and he tired. He ain't getting no sleep. She's saying,
That's because she's doing her part and saying, yeah, she's doing her part and making his ass get up too. KC versus Denver. Let me just go ahead and get this out the way, Farrah. Y'all's fluke run of barely escaping beating bottom basement great value teams comes to an end on Sunday. Y'all about to get y'all asses whooped by the Kansas City Chiefs, and it ain't gonna be pretty. And don't block me on the socials when the game is over. I got Kansas City in a dog walk. Tasha T. Sizzle, who you got?
Oh, I hate to do it, but I gotta pick Kansas City.
Hate the Chiefs. And I'm gonna add on to Paul's little speech right there. This, I was looking at this game. I was going back and forth because I'm an analytics guy. I go by I look at the spreads. I go off money line, see how much money's everyone spending. This is one of the first times I've seen an 8-2 home team be an underdog.
Vegas even know what's up,
bruh. Against a 5-4 team.
We got Speed Racer Rice back, like
not Speed Racer.
Now, Mike, you here we go. Let's go Broncos. We love you, Steve. She told me to kick rocks and then invited me over, y'all. That's not our relationship.
Kick rocks, come over. No, I mean kick rocks.
Hey, I'm telling you now, if I was anywhere in that area, Farrah, I'd be over there because I know what goes down on that Blackstone.
Farrah, I will be there, but I'm coming after the Titans.
They got dungeons or what?
I said,
what? They got dungeons or what?
No, I said I know what goes down on that Blackstone.
Oh, okay.
They might have a dungeon because I ain't never looked in the basement. There ain't no basements in Texas. They might have a dungeon in one of them back rooms where where the legs they stuck out.
Paul said, "Help!
Help!
Moving
if I see
along
a paddle, I'm calling the police.
Hurry!
Right, moving on in a hurry.
Thank you.
Paul, we're gonna work out some details because I'm gonna come over right after the Titans game.
And they bet that if Paul coming over there, y'all better turn that Blackstone off. That's all I'm saying.
No, don't turn off nothing.
You better not walk away.
Don't you turn off nothing. Mike, you got a question. So you saying it's rigged, Mike?
No, I don't think it's rigged. I think it's everyone's seeing that Kansas City is definitely outmatched, or like Denver's outmatched in this game.
Kansas City is just better. We can just say that.
Yeah,
Farrah
Kansas City has a better team.
Stiana. By the way, Stiana, the amount of feedback that I got about your son's interview last week was phenomenal. The way that he handled himself, the way that he purported himself, the answers that he gave, the respect that he showed his elders in it, and just him being a total team guy. My inbox was blowing up with this guy here is easy to root for. So just make sure you pass along our thank yous again to your son Elijah. He did a phenomenal job on his interview. But Farrah, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Are we doing hot dogs? What are we doing? What do I need to bring? Because I'll go to Walmart after the Michigan game today and get the snacks.
Don't come in our house with no Walmart snacks. You remember what happened when
great value chips looking over there.
You remember what happened when she bought the wrong
go
cheese?
HEB.
You remember that look Brandy gave up when she came in there with the wrong cheese?
First of all, second of all, third of all, fourth of all, and fifth of all. They didn't even ask me to bring food last time. I brought shot cups. and they were delicious.
They said, party's here.
I was like, I'm here. Can I sit inside, outside? What do you want me to sit?
Which one's my seat? Which one?
Hold on. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'll let you know. And Brandy said no great value. Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there. I grew up in a family. My mama don't have no off-brand nothing in our house. I wasn't raised that way.
Now, in Paul's defense, there are some great value things you can use, but condiments ain't sugar? One of them.
Like she said, that cheese was a no. The cheese was delicious. Paul bringing chitlin dip
and day old cabbage.
We love you more, Stiana, but the Broncos is getting dog walk tomorrow. That's just what it is. Cheap cheese is absolutely not right.
But Treese, it's the thing. She actually bought Kraft, but that ain't what she was supposed to bring.
Yo, they told me Velveeta ain't real cheese, and I still don't believe it.
It is not.
It's not.
It's processed.
Kraft, but that's a different day. So,
Mike,
that's why she told
if you can't have my back, who gonna have my back? Damn, Mike.
I didn't say I won't cook with it. I'm just saying it ain't real.
I mean, I get mine sliced fresh off the thing. Even down here.
Both of these two can cook, so I'm not even gonna like say nothing slick about their culinary skills because they both can cook. I can cook too. I just cook with off-brand products.
Why the head tilt?
Look. My meat don't know what kind of salt it is.
No, this is what Paul does. He goes, all right, so you know where the pots and pans are.
No. After you left, Mike, I was like, Ingrid, Tasha, when I tell you having two women in your house cooking, and then you go do a store run, and you come back with two women cooking in your kitchen, and your house smells like heaven with Michael's feathers doing like this. And I got Michigan on the big screen, and I'm sitting there drinking my cocktail, and they cooking. Mike, I almost pulled a Jody. I almost had to go take. I almost had to tip out. Do the Jody. It was just a good look. All right. Brandy said Velveeta is. She did tell me that. She said it nicely.
Classic.
Mike. Damn, can we be united?
It says processed cheese spread.
Man, when's the last time I lied on air? Come on.
I think the first time will be the next time will be the first time. But that goes for both of y'all. So I guess they telling me that out of love. Somebody start a shout out because y'all done made me mad. Now I'm ready for the
shout out to Tristan and his theater performance. They did Addams Family for their high school. So shout out to Tristan. That thing is funny too. Y'all should will watch the professional one.
Did you slap your knee like a real dad?
No.
See, that's a real dad. That's a real father, real men. We slap knees when it's really funny.
Or shake the person next to you.
Yeah, no, Natasha knows she'll do that. She'll push your ass off the couch or something funny enough.
Yeah, I will.
It makes good plastic rotel. No, Velveeta makes great rotel, especially.
I didn't say I don't make no queso with it. I was just saying.
Who uses Velveeta in rotel?
They have a Velveeta rotel box.
Oh no!
Specifically.
Oh no!
That's specifically for Rotel.
When I made your Rotel, that was not a block of Velveeta to be had.
And it was delicious. But we ain't talking about you right now. We're talking about Velveeta.
We're talking about
that. It does. See, Martrice said yes, it does. Yeah, wait a minute. No, he said it makes good plastic. Oh, she wasn't agreeing with me. Martrice, let me take your comment down. All right. Tasha, who you shouting out today?
Y'all know I have all these shout outs, and I just be forgetting. I got one shout out there. It's Shady. So let's shout out to one Antonio Brown for I guess deciding to be a father to his children now since they arrested him and made him leave Dubai. So shouts out for you at least attempting to be a family man because you ain't had nowhere else to go.
Now, Mike, I'm gonna make this quick.
I said what I said.
Mike, now we all know. Now you don't know this, Mike, but we all know. Well, you know this, but you don't live this. We all know, ladies, that it's gonna get cold outside. So the homosexuals are out rampant. You know, the guy who stands behind the girl and waist when she's paying for stuff at the game center and at the, that guy is the homosexual. It's getting cold out here and we need somewhere to lay up. And by capita, women have more roofs over their heads than men. So they coming out looking for y'all. So just y'all be ready.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Now, this is a soapbox one, but I'm going to wrap it up and make it quick. Shouts out to everyone who is a friend who supports their friends. And I say this, we do this show, we do it for fun. We're not doing it for money. We're not doing it for anything else. But when you have other people who have other things and they want you to support their things, but not once do they click, comment, or like what you're doing, I'm moving on from that. So shouts out to everyone who supports what we do, because all we do is sit around. This is what we do in our DMs and our group chat together. Yes. We just bringing it out here to y'all. With Paul has been allowing me to cuss a little bit more. Thank you.
Yes.
But if you have someone or a group of people or someone in your corner that supports you, support them back.
Yeah.
Don't come on looking for support, but you can't even,
I like that, and I won't add anything to that, but just to say thank you to the Goon Squad because y'all show up and show out.
Y'all show up like Against the Grain and Our Take come on at the same time. Now I don't have social media on my laptop, so at some points where I go in and out of both shows because I flip back. Paul has both on. He has one on his phone and one on his laptop.
That's true. I support both shows at the same time.
They support us. Yeah. So why wouldn't we've been guests on their show. Well, I've been a guest on Against the Grain. We've both been guests on our Take. Support who support. Oh, okay. So now you know what?
What does she got to do? She playing the Grammy music, Mike.
She ain't got shit. She better get home and rest that foot for somebody step on it. She ain't got shit to do.
We just got through giving y'all praise. Don't do that.
She ain't got shit to do. You better prop that foot up before I step on it.
Don't do that. I'm crying real tears, y'all. She was like, hurry up. We love you, Miss Hastings.
Thank you, Mama Hastings. Unlike my hateful, ungrateful ass crumb snatcher.
We got the Goon Squad playing John Williams for us.
Mike, that was.
I knew I should have took that 400 and a nighty night.
Hold on, she said.
Is it too late to go back and get that 400 and a nighty night? That's all I'm asking.
Oh boy! All right. Mike, let's get out of here. Mike,
go blue.
Mike, get us out of here. We love you back, y'all. I'm crying. It's time for the Michigan pregame. There it is. We was waiting on that. Tasha, get us out of here.
Vamos Azul.
Go blue.